Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Off the Record with
Judah
and Kirk. Today, we're talking about, finally, at long last,
Superman, Spider-Man 2026.
So fun, dude. I was looking forward to this for so long. As soon as Judah told me about it, I was like, pump it into my veins directly, please.
Yes.
So good. We recently learned, first of all, that Judah does not know how the naming cover variant convention works. And so in learning how it works for this Superman Spider-Man thing, we discovered how many covers there are. There is up to cover Z in the main cover variants. Then there are a bunch of retailer ones. I think there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 retailer ones, and that's not even including any of the
there's comic shop exclusive ones.
Yeah.
Right? Like there are in New York
the tinfoil ones, right?
The foil variants.
Foil.
There is a shop. Like, if you buy it directly from DC, there is a variant you can get, right? Like, there are so many.
Like, this is the most hype thing ever.
It really, really, really is. It's so exciting.
Yeah. So, what variant did you get?
So, I got the Mikkel-Yannon variant, which I believe is cover J, since you're going to be like, Judah, but you cited the covers in previous videos of your alternate covers. I just completely made that up. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I got those correct, because Kirk double-checked when he
I'm pretty sure at least most of them were correct. A lot of times you did just say, like,
the cover artist.
the artist.
Yeah.
And so I just looked at that and I made sure that the name was spelled correctly in the subtitles that are automatically generated into script.
Yeah.
Which are so bad, by the way. It takes me so long to fix those.
It does.
But it's better than having to do them all from scratch for sure. But the problem with that was he was making cover names up and I was trying to put them into the thing, but I never realized it was a problem because the few times that he did actually give a letter,
I was correct.
He was correct.
I know ball even when I don't know ball.
It's insane. Go back and see if you can catch any mistakes, because I'm so curious. I'm genuinely so curious.
That one guy that watches all of our videos, please go back. Yeah. We watch all of our videos, A, and B, check us. If I got one wrong, it will be the first recorded thing we put up on YouTube. It will be a video of Kirk yelling at me while I do 100 push-ups.
Yes.
If I got a single one of them wrong. Yes. I'm so confident in that.
We will add 10 push-ups for every subsequent one that he got wrong.
Yes.
So if he got 10 wrong, then we'll do 180 push-ups and 190 push-ups?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or 200 push-ups. Just because I can't do it.
If he gets to 10, we will do 200.
Yes.
But I doubt we've even covered enough things for that to happen.
Yes.
And, I guess with the comic
stack, we could.
That's true. So, but I think that you actually made most of them. But we are dragging on a little bit too much when we actually want to talk about this absolutely wonderful,
beautiful,
basically 8 different stories all rolled into one, but on the same premise of Superman crossing over with Spider-Man.
And those were two worlds colliding.
I had a question just before we started recording, and I cut it short because I wanted to actually get it on recording.
Yes.
Where I was wondering, I want to see just a full-on, fully in-depth explored out universe where this is just normal. Because it seems to me like this isn't like an say if you were watching the CW shows for some reason and watch any of the Supergirl and Flash crossovers, that's 2 different universes and one of the characters goes to the other. Or when we finally got Crisis on Infinite Earths, their version of it, their horrible version of it, I'm sure, compared to the original, we had to explain that these universes have combined into one. And so with that, I'm just like, okay, well, what about in this? Like, if we have this crossover here, is that now we've gotten into, Spider-Man has come over here or something like that. But that's not explored in this. They just are. It's as if this has always been the case. And so that just leads me to want a full-on storyline with 10 volumes of this is just how it's always been. And both seeing a slight intro into that, maybe before this, and then also continuing on forward from at least, some of them were actually mainly about Superman and Spider-Man. Some of them were about, say, Power Girl and Punisher, things like that. We got a cameo from Gambit, greatest ever. But I just want to see more of that. But then Judah, as I was kind of talking through this with you, you were telling me about how there was a crossover before this, even though this is number 1, Superman, Spider-Man number 1.
This is a celebration
Yes.
of 50 years since the first intercompany crossover that either DC or Marvel ever did, which was Superman Spider-Man.
Okay.
1976, right? From that story...
We should cover that, by the way.
Yeah. We will. I have a beautiful, like, extra large artist's edition that we will definitely use to cover that.
Oh, which, by the way, I believe I just have the regular cover, which we were talking about earlier, right? I do just have the regular cover.
He has the regular one by Jorge Jimenez, which is still fantastic, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like, we're going to get into the art in just a bit, but yeah. So, that comes out in 1976. That's a big deal, right? There is an entire... Okay. It's debatable whether they're good or bad, so we can talk about that, or whether they're in continuity or not in continuity. But according to Grant Morrison and his 52 Earths, and according to Bendis and Hickman on the Marvel side of things in their Infinite Multiverse, there is a Earth that is designated 7642, which is where every Marvel DC crossover that happens and they don't travel to another world takes place.
Okay.
So there's a couple of those. There's like Punisher, Batman.
I need that.
Wolverine. I think we'll probably Wolverine, Batman. Like there's just a whole bunch of those that came out in the 90s, and there's also the interesting series of events that led up to the Amalgam Universe, which I don't know if you've ever heard of or we've ever talked about.
I know you've mentioned it from time to time, but I don't know much about it. So we'll have to make a dedicated video.
Yeah,
to that.
but that isn't two universes coming together. They existed in the same universe. It's the characters merged. It's complex. It's interesting, but
it does make sense though, because for Marvel, they basically just have a regular old multiverse, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to get into all this logic about how, but there's these main ones, but then there's also like, the actual multiverse outside of it, which you do with DC, right? With the main 52, and then
there's the Dark Multiverse, the Omniverse, the yada yada yada,
etc.
So many designations.
But either way, you do still have an infinite multiverse somewhere in the DC multiverse, right?
Yes.
And so necessarily there is a universe where that's always been the case. What I really want to see though is a further exploration of that. So that makes me think then there are currently other crossovers happening, right? First of all, there's a Marvel side to these crossovers.
There is a Marvel side to these crossovers, which we are covering come April.
Yes.
Or late April.
But then there's some other ones as well that are happening. So all of those would happen in this same universe.
Some of them. Because
the ones that happen where nobody crosses universe, though,
yes,
would all happen in the same universe.
That is the theory that is posited by Grant Morrison on the DC side of things, and then Bendis and Hickman on the Marvel side of things.
Okay.
But question being answered. If you have any questions about it, just leave them in the comments down below. I'll do more research if the question is good enough and answer it for you.
Well, and by good enough, he means if it's so good that he just doesn't know.
Yeah.
Your answer could be good, but he knows.
Yeah, that also
and then he'll just answer.
Yeah, and then I won't have to do any research, but that's okay. I've shoved a lot of comics down my brain. It's okay.
I'm getting there.
Digging into the first story. The first story is called Truth, Justice, and Great Responsibility. It's from writer Mark Waid, and then artist, he might have some of his best work ever. Artist Jorge Jimenez in this first story, going nutso. Like, it is absolutely insane. It is very well done. His art is just next, like, DC's whole next level brand initiative, whatever. His art is next level.
Yeah.
Like, we can agree on that. Like, absolutely. It is fantastic. And this story was just really fun. Highlights for me, I'm going to say that Doc Ock and Brainiac, by the way, spoilers. I don't know why you're watching a video on this and, not expecting spoilers, but spoilers.
Even if you haven't, though, and you're getting these spoilers and it still seems like it's interesting, I would recommend picking it up and reading it because it's still just a lot of fun. It's even if you know everything that's happening, it's just kind of fun seeing it on the page and having it right in front of you.
It really, really is. But the villains in this, Doc Ock and Brainiac, I really love that combination. I love the little intro sequence with Doc Ock where he's talking to the AI.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really well written.
Yeah.
And I love their little back and forth, Brainiac and Doc Ock. I love the way that Superman and Spider-Man interact in this. Right?
Yeah. It's like they're old friends.
It's like they're old. It's like exactly like as a kid what I'd imagine it to be. Like when I'm playing with my action figures.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, of course Batman knows Spider-Man or Superman knows the X-Men, right?
Yeah.
It's like
why wouldn't?
Of course they know each other, right?
Yeah.
And I really love that. And Jimenez's art is great in here.
Yeah. I just wanted to point out the art while you're talking about the villains in the art. First of all, the art of Brainiac's ship in orbit, the brain, the head, the skull, whatever you would want to call it.
Oh, it's immaculate.
It's just so cool looking at that. So fun. And then as we get a little bit later on,
yes,
because we are going to try to go through these a little quickly, just because there's so much to cover. But also the art of the spoilers, the Brainiac skull from space, his spaceship, is falling down to Metropolis.
Yeah,
and that art is just so cool. Like genuinely, it's like I'm just looking at it. I'm like,
that entire sequence where Spider-Man's trapped, Superman's trying to stop the Brainiac ship, the just like the epicness, the like suspense, the just like this is great. There's just one scene where you get to see Superman pushing back against it, and then Spider-Man's standing up, and like Superman's encouraging him, rubble. And he's like, "I believe in you." Oh,
that's so cool.
It's so good.
Yeah. And then we get more panels of the ship falling down to Earth as well, as Superman's just trying his best because there's been some kryptonite.
Yeah.
And just so cool. And then the triumphant Superman,
dude, at
the very end, holding up this thing
is so beautiful.
And then we just get a little bit of a calm sequence at the end too, of just okay. And now we're gonna
go out and be best friends.
Yeah. Superman's gonna fly away, and right underneath him, Spider-Man's gonna flip between the buildings, and so good. Was there anything else that you wanted to mention in particular about the story, though, before we move on?
I mean, I want to see more of this.
Yeah,
it sounds insane. I know that it's really hard legally and other reasons involved to get Marvel and DC to crossover, but especially with this creative team and continuing what they set up here, because like this felt. The way it was written and the way it was done felt like a first issue of an actual series. Yeah. Which is not something I could say about literally any other crossover I have read from Marvel and DC. Like, this felt like, wait, next month we could tune into these two and see what they're doing, right? And it's like, I want that. At the same time, it will be another 50 years before we see these two specifically cross over.
Yeah.
But
so sad.
But
so fantastic. Good at the same time, yeah. So then the next one we had Lois Lane and Mary Jane, which I just realized. Yeah. They're the same person. Lois Lane, Mary Jane. Not really. They're not the same person, but like those names are a little too similar for my taste.
That story is from Tom King and Jim Lee. By the way, Jim Lee, fantastic art here. I give him a lot of grief, especially when we were covering the issue of Hatush we did on Comic Stack. His art in this actually felt like he cared.
Yeah, this is actually really good.
It was really well done and fantastic. And it's just a fun story.
And this is where we get a bit of an X-Men crossover too. His artwork of the Sentinel, that's what they're called, right?
Amazing.
So good.
We got to do 90s X-Men just so Kirk can see more Jim Lee Sentinels.
Dude. And that's also where I mentioned earlier we got a bit of, not as much as I would have liked, but we got a bit of Gambit. The greatest. The GOAT. Oh my.
I'm gonna make a name for myself.
It's so
I'm gonna make a name.
And yeah, like best part of the Wolverine, Deadpool Wolverine movie as well.
Also, that 2-page spread of Gambit is like not what I was expecting to see in a Spider-Man or Superman Spider-Man crossover.
I know. Like, it came out of nowhere. Like we see. Okay, so the point of this is supposed to be about Lois Lane and Mary Jane, but it's really them in their like talking about how they're constantly going through all this different crap that's happening around them because of who their boyfriends are / depending on when this is husbands, it's
question mark.
But the partners, it still more or less just okay. Superman and Spider-Man are trying to find the Sentinel, but then the Lois Lane and Mary Jane are just like, but hold on,
Sentinels attack mutants. Spider-Man's not a mutant. Superman's not.
And there was a funny thing. Which reminded me of
the bridge thing.
Oh no! So there was where was it? It was talking about how Spider-Man's not a mutant, how Superman's not a mutant, and they're talking about like what their little quirk is, but that's not quite what a mutant is. I want to try to find it exactly to quote from it. Neither. I don't think Spider-Man was a mutant. He's not. Neither is Superman. Why is the Sentinel going after them? My experiment. Yeah, I can't read actually. In my experience, pre-Spidey has a way of getting everyone else's trouble. I said P as in Peter. So there's likely someone else here the Sentinels chasing. And then, I don't know who's supposed to be orange. Lane or Jane?
Lois.
Lois?
Red is definitely Mary Jane.
So, said, I do have the power to drive a lot of goblins over the edge. And then, Lois, and I can misspell most words, but I don't think that's enough. I thought that was just a funny thing to include. Yeah. Like, she can't spell.
It's just the funniest quirk
like,
ever.
And that's continuing in the current Man Superman thing I'm reading through right now. Dude, that was in...
that's from the movie from 1978.
Yeah, I remember that. I was going to mention that too. And then when we read... the last thing we read...
DCKO.
It was the Superman video that we just...
Oh.
Did we? We haven't published that yet.
Absolute Superman?
No.
Oh, Superman, the Man of Steel.
No, we haven't published that yet.
The John Byrne one?
Yeah.
The last video we just did.
The last video we recorded, but we still haven't posted because we're recording ahead because this guy's going to be gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
sorry. This guy being Judah.
This guy.
So look forward to that. But in that as well, I believe we get a bunch of Lois Lane does not know how to spell.
She doesn't.
And it just...
Great.
I love that is going on all the time.
But yeah.
And then we get the Gambit thing.
It's pretty fantastic. It's a little fun. I love the one thing I'm going to point out from this story is the why is he so upset? I thought he did stuff on bridges all the time. And then Mary Jane's like, "What? He's got a really sensitive spot about bridges, especially after the last girl." And I was just dying laughing reading that.
Oh my gosh.
That was fantastic. All right. Next story. Who are our premier characters before I give the creative team behind it?
Spider-Man and Superboy Prime.
Spider-Man and Superboy Prime.
My older sister's favorite character is Superboy Prime, so I need to give this to her. Hi, Megan.
This is from Christopher Priest and Daniel Sampere. And this is really fun. Like, I don't know what other words to use to describe this. Yeah. I love that he realizes that he's made a mistake when the suit doesn't talk back to him. And he's like, oh man, I missed the ASM issue where the suit turns evil on you.
So I don't know any of that context. So this was more of just like, okay, I'm reading and getting through it. I do like Superboy. Do like Spider-Man. Superboy Prime. I do like Spider-Man. I don't know any of the lore behind Superboy Prime. I do not know any of the symbiote suit stuff, anything like that. I'm excited to get into it eventually, and I guess there are bits and pieces that I know.
There are.
I did not understand this high evolutionary thing going on from the Marvel side of this. Because the only context I have for high evolutionary is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is a great movie, but that is quite a different version of the high evolutionary than what we're seeing in this.
He's equally as cruel. He's just a little bit more like
the Watcher
Galactus
type version of him, maybe. Like if you merge the two, almost. But it's really, I don't know anything about any of that. But it was fun reading.
Yeah.
And also, I do love when the fourth wall is broken in anything. Like I just love it. I don't know why I probably shouldn't as much. It's probably like way too easy of an out for people to do.
Yeah.
But like, I'm a sucker for it. I do love it. Mm-hmm. So this was great in that sense too. And okay, the thing I mentioned to Judah, I feel like I'm talking a little too much, but also I'm fanboying right now, so get over it.
Yeah. Listen to Kirk.
Was the scene where, so earlier in the comic they're like in actual universe doing things on an Earth, and stuff happens. Then they go and they have broken through the fourth wall and they're like flipping through comics and whatnot, and the high evolutionaries chasing after them and all that. And Spider-Man says something about maybe that's how you knew that truck driver wouldn't be crushed 4 pages ago. Which the exact context for what that's all about, you need to go and read yourself. Buy this comic
4 pages ago.
But as soon as I read that, I was like, hold on.
We can go back.
And I look back 4 pages, and I immediately see Superboy Prime is clutching a dog in his arms, saving the dog. But that requires the truck to slam straight into his back, right? And so the front of the truck is like fully getting crushed in. And the point is essentially like, oh, but you didn't kill the guy that was driving the truck, right? But I didn't even catch, like, I wasn't even thinking about the guy driving the truck as I was flipping through this the first time. I was just like, okay, and then he saves the dog, and the truck is crushed. Okay. 4 pages ago, you saved the, what? The truck? Oh, he should have probably killed the guy in the truck there, but he knew that he wasn't going to when he saved the dog. Again, I just love that, breaking the fourth wall, but this time on Spidey's side, which makes sense because they are currently in the fourth wall. Behind the fourth wall? Outside of the fourth wall? They are outside of a universe. They are between the universes. And so it makes sense that he would suddenly be able to make references like that. Judah?
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm gonna move us on to the next story.
You did give the credits for that one, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, Christopher Priest and Daniel St. Pierre.
Okay, just want to make sure because I talked a lot.
I really like Christopher Priest, and especially if we do Black Panther or we ever do Deathstroke, we'll dig into some of more of his work, or if we do team books. But Christopher Priest is great. Shout out Christopher Priest, you're excellent. Yeah. Anyway,
what's the next one, Judo?
Well, you gotta list the characters. I list the credits.
Fair. This one was also a really good one because they all are. Superboy and Spider-Man 2099 and
Batman Beyond
2039.
Batman Beyond, that's what we call them.
Yeah, but he gives his year, and I wanted to know that.
And he wanted to give all the years. Anyway, this is from just...
Because Superboy is 30th century as well, so those are all the years.
This is just from Sean Murphy, who I have never seen do anything for Marvel ever before. And he only does... I think he's mostly an independent creator, but only stuff he's done for DC has been Batman stuff. So seeing him work on both a niche Spider-Man character, Miguel Superboy, O'Hara, and niche Batman character for all intents and purposes was really nice, and got to see him flex some different muscles here. But this was just a really fun story.
Yeah, this was great. I really enjoyed this. The artwork on this is great. Love seeing some Miguel O'Hara. I was introduced to Miguel O'Hara probably in the same way a lot of people were through the Spider-Man
Across the
Spider-Verse?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay. I get them mixed up. Across the Spider-Verse, which great movie. Both of those great movie. Can't wait for the third one that was canceled and then not canceled and then canceled and is now going to happen. Don't know what's happening with that. Can't wait.
Yep.
But Miguel O'Hara in that's how I got introduced to it. Great character. And then see him in this too, and I just like it. Getting to know a little bit more about him, even if it's like in a crossover parallel universe type thing. It's character beats are roughly still here, you know.
We should do an entire 2099 retrospective.
We should, dude. So there are a lot of things that we're looking through this, and we're like, oh, we need to do this, right? Yeah. I want to see more stuff with Gambit in it, which means we got to do some X-Men stuff. I want some Miguel O'Hara. I want some Superboy stuff.
Oh, I got you.
Superboy and Superboy Prime stuff.
I got some Legion of Superheroes to throw.
I need some Punisher stuff. I'm especially looking forward to this. It's not this summer, is it? This summer, yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Trailer seems like he's going to be a great character in that, Punisher. So a lot of these things are just like giving us ideas for things we got to cover in the future.
Yes, which is great. It's a fun story. I really love seeing Superboy, and I really like. It's expected. It's a great crossover.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually just fanboying over this whole thing. Yeah, like, I'm talking a lot. Judah's talking a lot less than me. Yeah, this is just cool.
It is cool. I agree. Yeah.
This is a awesome. Great intro, like a soft launch intro to a lot of comic book characters that I don't really know about.
It is.
Because this is zero stakes at all. First of all, it's zero stakes because it's in all but one case, nobody dies. Right? Doesn't matter. It's just... But also,
it's pretty PG overall.
It's zero stakes in that this is not any sort of main universe. There's probably never going to be anything that comes of this.
Yeah.
And if anything does come of this, it's going to be almost as, not to say simple in a demeaning way, because not at all, but in a way simple. Like, it's just,
it's gonna be
they're just going to be the characters doing their thing, you know.
Exactly.
Not world-ending DCKO type stakes or Crisis stakes or anything like that. It's just, it exists.
Or Armageddon stakes if you're a Marvel fan.
Yeah, so, you know, great way to, like, okay, these are the characters. It's awesome. And you still, again, you get a lot of those same character beats from the characters I do know, meaning I know that those are probably the same character beats for characters I don't know either. So it's great. You said the next one, this is actually going to be the Jimmy Olsen one with Carnage.
Yeah.
And I love it doesn't say it in between the first and the second stories. There is, if I can find it real quick, a little bit farther. It goes over like what all the things in it are.
Yeah.
Right?
That one's from Matt Fraction and Steve Lieber.
Yeah, so it tells us this one is just Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen and Carnage, but I love when we actually open the thing up, it says it's just Jimmy Con Carnage.
Yeah.
So fun. It's just a good name. Jimmy Con Carnage. That's just a great name. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, maybe slightly... potentially a play on the fact that Con would be short for consume and Carnage is
he's a little hungry in this issue.
Yes,
he's slightly.
Yes.
So
Jimmy... and by the way, I'm not stupid. I know that Con is /with.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And with Jimmy Olsen and with Carnage.
There was a slash in there. Oh my gosh, this guy.
I know. I am aware.
I just want to clarify that I'm not illiterate in other languages.
I am illiterate in some other languages. I will admit this. I'm not that prideful. Anyway, so what happens in this? So we've seen what happens when Peter Parker works for Perry White, which is he gets a good paycheck because he's a good photographer. All right, Jimmy Olsen, I love Jimmy Olsen, but he's a terrible photographer. He's a much better ladies' man than he is a photographer.
Yeah.
And he's working for J. Jonah Jameson, who
does not give a damn about anyone except his son, who's a werewolf on the moon,
Yes,
which is odd because it's always a full moon on the moon, so he's just always a werewolf.
Which, we can dig into that at some point in time. And Kirk really relates to that story for some reason, and we got lots of questions.
It was just there. It was on the wall. Like, I was just, like, looking at the very first page, and I was reading it. It was, like, the title page, essentially.
Yeah.
I was reading it, and then I was like, there's a lot of things on the wall there. Let me read that real quick. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Because when we did we did that one thing where we had a bunch of different stories in it. Which one was it?
Which one? We've done at least 2.
It's the one where we had the 3 Spider-Mans.
Oh.
In the midst of a bunch of other stories. It wasn't What If, was it? Because
that was What If.
It was What If. Okay. Yeah, I'm slightly mixing up my universes right now. It was What If because it's Marvel. Because Spider-Man is actually a Marvel character despite seeming a lot more like a DC character.
He
sometimes.
could fit so much better in the DC universe. Let's be real.
That's where my confusion is actually stemming from. Anyway, we did get in the What If that had the 3 different Spider-Man stories. We did get the what's his first name? The somebody Jameson.
Yeah. John Jameson.
John Jameson went to the moon and then didn't go to the moon and died, and then all that happened. Because he was actually a Spider-Man in that one. So I knew that he went to the moon, and so first of all, that was just a good reference for me to finally pick up on. Like, I wouldn't have if I wasn't going back and doing things like that for this podcast. So thank you for viewing enough that we thought it would be good to do that.
Yeah.
Even though nobody watched that video in particular. You guys watch the channel fairly well, so thank you.
Except for that one video. Anytime we do Marvel, it does garbage. I'd wonder why.
Yeah. Anyway, though, and then it gets brought up again. Like, he brings it up again. Jameson.
Yeah, he does.
He actually, like, in text boxes, not just some background detail that I read because I have OCD.
Anyway, Jimmy snaps the picture of the century, but he dies, and his, I don't think they outright declare it, but
you know what? I didn't even catch that he got the picture.
Yeah, he got the
That's
picture.
hilarious.
He got the picture.
His final act was actually finally getting a good picture for once in his life. Oh my god.
And then he got eaten by Carnage, which I can only guess is a not
also he's just
death.
Kind of an idiot in general because he walked by a severed foot. You idiot. Also, after being told don't walk down dark alleys, you idiot, he's like, oh, dark alley. Let's go see.
That's a Jimmy Olsen for you.
Freaking moron.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic story. I really enjoy that one.
That was
That is a fantastic. Oh, now we get the best one of the entire book.
I told Judah before. So this is the John Kent. Is it John Kent?
Jonathan Kent.
Jonathan Kent, yes. Jonathan Kent and Ben Parker.
Or Pa Kent and Uncle Ben.
Yes.
You probably know them better as.
Yes. Well, okay, I was reading the title. Thank you very much.
I know.
The Bridge.
The Bridge.
This
is from Jeff
has a
Lemire
thing about bridges.
and Rafa Sandoval.
Yes. So I just love this.
This is the best.
Because I was telling Judah before we started recording, I was like, hey, Judah, I want this to just be canon for both universes. I don't care what any of the implications for any of this are at all. Just make it canon that Superman and Spider-Man's adoptive father and uncle, / also kind of in a way adopted father, did
People
actually like meet in Kansas and help these kids and
yes.
Like,
This should be canon.
I don't care that they're different universes and that there will never be like I guess canon main universe line crossovers between these two characters.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. I just need it to be canon that their father figures did meet and help somebody and were their inspiration for both of them and did know each other and like I just need it. It's so good. Such a heartwarming story too.
It's excellent. This is like maybe like this is fun. This is fun. And
also, what a sweet car.
Yeah. It is a dope car. Like this is all a bunch of fun, right? And there's some really fantastic art here. And you can give or take some of the stories. Like some are it's a little dumber than the other ones, and some are decently smart. This is just excellent. Yeah. Those 5 pages.
It's
like,
just wholesome.
Literally just 5 pages of like this is not only well drawn, it's well written, and I feel alive again. Like I felt dead inside for so long that this actually brought joy and whimsy to my life. And I am no longer threatening to beat up Kirk. Like, that's how...
Yeah. No, he's just actually doing it now.
I'm
It's finally letting him get his emotions out like that.
Yeah, I no longer feel that way. I'm just doing what I'm feeling. You know?
Right, exactly. He's able to let it all out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's fantastic. I cannot praise it enough. Like,
I love it.
It may be better than all of Absolute Wonder Woman.
Honestly, it is perfect.
Yeah.
It literally is perfect.
Never touch my baby.
So it is better than Absolute Wonder Woman as an individual 5K page little thing.
Yeah.
It is better.
I may love it more than my firstborn son.
Yeah. Honestly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, son, you're not getting the
Yeah.
inheritance.
Sorry, son.
This 5 pages of comic gets the entire inheritance.
Yeah.
Don't question
We're
it.
gonna just
it's like the tree that owns itself.
Yeah, we're going to start a GoFundMe for Marvel and DC to start a Spider-Man Superman series with the team that did that.
Please. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So good, dude. So good.
It's so fantastic. All right, what's our next one? We get
this one is the Daily Bugle and the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
Which I'm realizing there's a lot of similarities between all these whole
there are, aren't there?
First of all, the red, white, and blue. Second of all, the parents, you know, I guess any superhero story
involves
probably
parents.
has parents who are like these super upstanding people,
Except for
but also,
Batman.
well, yes, they're definitely not upstanding.
They're down on the ground most of the time.
But then the Daily Planet, the Daily Bugle, you have Mary Jane and
Lois Lane.
Exactly. It's like, interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder who was inspired by who.
Oh, Stan Lee was definitely inspired by.
Yeah, that was not a real question, Judah. Thank you very much.
Actually, no. Back in time, no.
Basically, though, this is just like a debate stage between Lois and J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson still seems like a jackass, although his reasoning's not
He's not
horrible.
terrible. What's
And
that
also,
like?
Lois Lane is objectively biased, like crazy bias.
Oh, she
like
is.
if people actually knew the extent of their relationship, Superman and Lois Lane, and that like she knows that Lois Lane is Clark Kent, and then that relationship as well.
Lois Lane is Clark Kent.
People would be. What did I say?
You said Lois Lane is Clark Kent.
No, I think.
No, you said
whatever.
Lane is
You know
Clark
what I mean. You know what I mean, viewer. Judah doesn't.
Well, Lois Lane is Clark Kent because, as we know, one flesh.
It's like what Iris said in the CW Flash show.
We are Flash.
We are the Flash, Barry. You aren't. He is Flash.
Anyway.
You suck.
Anyway, this lovely piece of literature is written by Greg Rucka, who I hope we see more of on this show because I like his writing.
Yeah.
And
Art by
Nicholas Sky, I believe.
I love the art in this one. This one's
art
really
is
good.
pretty fantastic.
The art in all of these are actually quite stellar, superb.
Stellar.
It's awesome. But yeah, she is very biased,
Both
and
of
she
them
is
are
not
biased.
willing to admit that. He is very biased to the negative, although
But-
I see some of his reasoning when he actually explains it. He's wrong. He's just biased.
Yeah.
But also, like, yeah, I guess, there's the unmasking difference, but then where he's like, oh, but and Superman is fine because he doesn't have a mask on, and then at the very end, as Clark is walking out with Lois, Lois asks, should I break it to him? To Jonah, J. Jonah Jameson. Not on your life, Clark responds. Because he doesn't know that Superman does have an alternate identity.
Yeah, he does.
So, because Superman is not just Kal-El.
Yeah.
Superman is Clark Kent. There is a secret identity.
The great illusion of Superman is that everyone thinks Superman is always around the world saving someone, doing something somewhere, which is like, feasible because he is most of the time. But he also has a job.
Yeah.
That he
He
works.
is Clark Kent as well.
Yeah.
Right? He has these parents in
and he's a
Kansas,
family,
and he a wife and kids,
he has
depending on when you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is.
So he's also working under some faulty logic there.
Yeah, because it's not just everyone that shows their faces.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a secret identity.
So you can kind of forgive him a little bit to an extent as well, of like, oh, so he's just working under some faulty pretenses here, and if you were to know, maybe he would think differently, and you could give that credit to him essentially. So honestly, I'm going to say coming out of that debate, he kind of wins the debate, if you want to take it as a who wins, who loses thing.
Yeah.
Because we know how not objective Lois Lane is in this, and that if people knew, like that is a journalistic crime.
J. Jonah
Like literally.
Jameson is not objective either.
No, but you can give him some credit in a lot of areas, and he actually explains his logic in a way that
sleeping
makes
with
sense.
Spider-Man.
Right, exactly. That we know of.
Well, not in this continuity at least.
Yeah.
All right.
But he did have a cool little moment there where he was talking about the the people who we do know about. And he lists the Fantastic Four, Wonder Woman, Captain America, and Superman.
Mm-hmm.
The Captain America one just depends on what continuity.
It really does.
Like,
so it's like Tony Stark, Iron Man. Like,
yeah,
that's
true
just
as well.
A whole lot of
so it depends who you're talking about. But apparently, in whatever universe we're in here, this is one where everybody knows who Captain America is.
Yeah, which makes sense in the future.
Yeah, and it's just a great little page, 4-panel page of showing them off, and it's just like flexing their muscles a little bit of like, yeah, we're gonna draw these characters. Yeah, we have the rights to do both of these things right now. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? And it is. He's right.
Yeah.
Kind of want Batman in there too, but would defeat the purpose.
Dude, low-key, Batman was not in this at all.
Yeah, that's sad. But in this one page that I'm talking about, it makes sense because he is masked.
Yeah. So that would
makes sense.
Anyway, one more story.
This one's a good one.
Who's crossing over here?
Punisher. I was talking about it earlier. Love Punisher and Power Girl. Don't know much about Power Girl. It seems like this is a version of Power Girl that is actually Kara. But we'll get into that a little bit with credits here.
Gail Simone on writer. She wrote. She do the writing. And I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. And then
Guys, it's past midnight. We're sorry.
Yeah, and then the artist is Belen Ortega. And she does a fantastic job on art too. So, women do story.
Yep.
Sorry, that was...
So we have a Punisher as being, oh my gosh. Again, it's infectious. This will release at about, I'm going to change our schedule a little bit. Weekends 9 a.m. now, weekdays 2 p.m. But this is coming out 9 a.m. and it is currently 12:13 a.m. So
see you in 9 hours.
Yeah, forgive us for our
sins,
not being able to think and speak and everything. I have to do a 30-minute round trip to drop this guy off after this and then start editing. So can't wait.
This man's just
Punisher is a bouncer in this for a club that doesn't exist and nobody knows about. Exactly. Except Power Girl shows up and gives him her umbrella, and then she goes in for a blind date,
which is funny.
Which is a real interesting thing because this is just like a crime gathering place essentially, which is why Punisher is there because he's gonna kill them probably.
Everyone.
Yeah. And so then he does break in because it's like, oh, this poor helpless girl is in here with all these criminals.
Which is like so fair, dude. I would do the same thing.
Yeah, so fair. But this is actually Power Girl. So
girl power, all that.
Yeah, she's carrying more than he is, honestly, in this. I mean, it does not actually showing it like that, but like also realistically, Punisher is like there and probably doing stuff, I guess. But
he's probably doing stuff, I guess. He's probably doing stuff like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just there.
He has weapons. He doesn't have superpowers. Like, he's not, and to be honest, he's not doing much. But then they definitely go out on we'll call it a date afterwards. And that's where it ends. Yeah. They just fly off into the sunrise, probably, and have a quote unquote, I said date. For sure, that's all that happens there. And then we get a interview with Tom King from Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I haven't read it, but I'm so excited to after this.
I love how he hasn't read it.
It's just because we had our video on that, and it was so good. Not perfect.
It was not perfect. I didn't like it as much as you did.
I liked it a lot more. I think the question we posed is the title, and by we I mean me, because Judah does not like to give me titles for videos until 2:30 in the morning after I am not gonna be doing anything with that.
I'm sorry.
So
that's my bad.
The question I presented as the title is, would this make a good movie? I think yes.
We'll see.
So
I can't say
a little bit of an aside on that, but it's included within the physical.
And so is Absolute Superman Volume 2, which our video is already out.
It is.
So go watch the Son of the Demon.
The last non-comic stack that we posted is the Absolute Superman video.
You go check out Comic Stack too, even if you don't like it.
Actually, this week's Comic Stack is quite good. I like that format a lot better than how you've done it in the past. Just like, kind of rapid firing things. Like,
I think it's better.
Yeah, this is what we've done, etc.
I wanted to do it.
Also, 20-minute video. It's a lot better.
Easier for you to edit.
Yeah. And then at the very back of my version of this,
World's Finest 50. It's at the back of every version.
Okay, it is really good.
Except for wraparound.
So World's Finest number 50, I think that's something we got to cover as well. So let us know in the comments if you're still at this point in the video, because this is definitely, it looks cool. It's got a lot of different things in it. Mixed Spitalik is in there. The Batmite, who is basically also a Mystic Spittle character, is in there. A couple of other things. I want to see more about
Weird Al
it.
Yankovic is on the cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A non-dead version of Jimmy Olsen is on this as well.
Oh, crazy.
So you know.
There's like Supergirl, Robin, and all that stuff, but you know.
Yeah, Batgirl.
That's
etc.
Batgirl.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right there.
Anyway.
Right there.
I'm sorry, I didn't see her.
I'm not crazy, am I? That is Batgirl, right?
Has to be.
That's not a different character with a very slightly.
That's not
different
Batman's hip.
like,
Is it?
okay.
It looks like it's Batman's hip. Low-key, that art is interesting.
Well, it's because their suit is the exact same.
Yeah. If their suit was different colors, then
if you are this far into the video, because we didn't say it earlier,
I wonder whose fault that
one
is.
of these times I'm gonna actually like splice the end of the video into the middle of the video so that we can get the reminder to like, subscribe, leave a comment, dislike if you hate us. Don't dislike if you disagree with us. Like if you disagree with us. Explain why you disagree with us in the comments. But if you absolutely hate us and you think we're horrible, give us a dislike anyway. Great engagement. Again, comment. What did you think about these? Which is your favorite? What are you most excited for of these couple of things that we mentioned that we potentially want to do in the future as well? And make sure you go over to our Instagram page, _JK. That's for Judah and Kirk.
Yep.
And also maybe potentially follow our individual accounts if you want to as well. Sometimes we do things that are not horrible on those too. So, you know, there's that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Good video.
Good video.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, good morning.
Good evening.
Good night. Also, we got to give a beverage shout out.
You got it.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Diet Coke.
That's not what I was thinking.
Also, why did you start out with an if you?
Miller Lite. If you have a Natty Light, if you have any light beer in your hand right now, which
he's complaining because I brought some to his little get together on Sabbath dinner that their family likes to do Saturday nights, and I brought it because Walmart, because St. Patty's, Walmart had nothing. I definitely wanted to try to get Guinness. They didn't have that, but they also had like nothing. So I got Miller Lite and I got something that was actually good. What was it?
Oh, what was the Corona?
Corona, yeah, I got
Coronas are good.
Corona Light and Miller Lite. Now, yes, I know Miller Lite's a crime, but
it is a crime.
There was nothing else, Judah. So let's change that. If you had a Corona Light,
or just a regular old Corona. Every time someone dies, a Corona gets its lime. We all know this. Anyway, that being said, God bless.
Bye.
Why did it take so long? Your mouse died.
Guys, this isn't working.
The mouse died.
Guys, the mouse that I've been charging all day
somehow died.
Okay, and now it's on like absolute fast bullet speed. Bye.